Hello. My hair is not what I want it to be today, but that's okay. I'm also like rocking this very Hawaiian shirt that was in my husband's closet, and I'm kind of loving it. It's a total vibe. Okay. Anyway, you're not here to talk about my shirt. You're here to learn about the 10 ways you can save when you're having a baby. And maybe you already know this, but if you're new to my channel, I am a minimalist. I love making things as easy as possible, especially when it comes to parenting. And these 10 tips are really, really great, and they've helped my family in so many different ways. So I am very excited today to be sharing them with you. Let's get going. Okay, I am just gonna get going. There's really no order to this, it's all very random. But the first thing on my list is baby soaps and lotions. Babies have very sensitive skin, and soap can be very drying. So what I do at home is just completely avoid soap. And that is what's helped my child. Like, you really just need some water. Like, very occasionally I'll do like a drop, like literally a drop of Castile soap in a bath, and that will be enough. But like, you don't need any fancy soaps, you don't need any fancy baby soaps. They can be very expensive. They can, a lot of products sell you on all these great natural ingredients, which they are great, but you just don't need them. Baby skin is so sensitive already. It's prone to being dry, so you want to keep it as pure as possible. And I found a lot of success on just avoiding soaps. That also includes bubble baths. Like, I think bubble baths are great for when you have like a toddler and it's more of like an entertainment than anything else. But for like a really young baby, I even go as far as like saying like the whole first year, like, you really just, I would avoid bubble baths. They're so drying on the skin, and your kid really doesn't engage with bubbles until they're a little bit older. And the same thing kind of goes with lotions. Like, it's like a nice to have. You just don't really need lotions. I find like they cause more trouble than they're worth, and they can be very pricey. If you do have any sort of skin condition, I recommend going straight to a doctor and figuring out like what your baby really needs, if it's like more of a medicinal product. Next up is cloth diapers. I have like 100 different videos on cloth diapers and how much I love them. They are just so awesome. Like, I can't believe more people don't cloth diaper. Yeah, so check out those videos if you're interested in starting cloth diapering. It can save you thousands of dollars, especially if you're having multiple kids. Like, it is just like a no-brainer. Like, put that money in a college account if you want to. Like, you can do so many different things with the money you save. Yeah, go cloth diaper. If you think the startup cost of cloth diapering is too much, I highly recommend looking into used cloth diapers. It sounds gross, but I promise you, like, there are so many people out there selling like new cloth diapers that are, like a $25 diaper can be $6 online. So I will definitely link down some resources for where you can find used cloth diapers, but I highly recommend using cloth diapers, and that also includes using wipes. Yeah, use reusable wipes. Those are so easy. They go along with the whole package of cloth diapering, and it'll save you so much money. I know, like, before I cloth diapered, I was spending like $40 a month on super fancy, baby sensitive skin wipes that are all organic and natural and everything that's good. But like, the best thing you can do for your baby is just get a 100% cotton organic cloth and put some coconut oil or even just water and wipe the poo and off your baby's bum. You don't have to worry about buying a product and like figuring out what ingredients are in it. It is so simple. It will save you so much money. I think I bought like around like 40 wipes for like maybe $45. My numbers aren't right, but like it was like 1 month of the disposable wipes for, I don't know, 2 years. Like, that is insane. It is the quickest way to save money. The next thing I didn't buy that has saved us a lot of money is any sort of fancy cameras for like the baby room, or just like fancy baby technology. It is so not needed. I mean, we live in a small home, so if the baby cries, like, or something sounds weird, like we can literally hear it through our walls. So we don't really have like that big of an issue. And maybe like if you live in a really big house, like, you know, you would want to know what's going on in your baby's room. But like, you can also just use your phone or an iPad. Like, I don't know why you spend hundreds of dollars on a baby camera or baby monitor. It just doesn't make sense to me. We haven't used it. Our baby's been fine. Yeah, I wouldn't spend the money. That can save you hundreds of dollars. Next up is an expensive sound machine. Again, like, just use your phone. You use YouTube. Like, there are quite a few apps that have like sound effects. You really don't need to buy a fancy sound machine. It has no purpose. And I find like as your child gets older, you really just don't need a sound machine for them to sleep. So one of the ways we saved a lot of money, and I realized like this isn't an option to everyone, so I completely like respect if this isn't realistic for everybody, but one of the ways we saved a lot of money is like breastfeeding. Like, you know, no formula, no bottles. I don't even pump. Like, it is the cheapest way to feed your child if it's available to you. Next up is skipping the bassinet. You really don't need to have a bassinet. You can just sleep with your baby in your bed. I definitely recommend looking up safe co-sleeping arrangements. There's so many different and fantastic resources online about how to safely co-sleep. You can also use baby loungers. I've had a lot of success with baby loungers, but you just don't need a bassinet, especially, and I cannot emphasize this enough, you do not need expensive bassinets. It really is just an elevated bed basket for your baby to sleep on during the first like 3 months. Like, the minute it rolls over, you can't use it anymore anyway, so like it is such like a short-lived period. If you really want a bassinet, I would recommend buying them used on like Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace. You can find like, you know, $300 bassinets for like $50. So that is a great resource. Like, I feel like in general, you should be buying baby furniture and baby products used just because they have such a short shelf life anyway, that, you know, there's so many people out there trying to get rid of their stuff, and you only need these products for such a short period that like spending all that money up front makes no sense. I get like how some people might want to do that because they think they're gonna have multiple kids, but like you can literally find like new items that someone was like, oh, my baby didn't really like this product, it wasn't for them, we used it once, it didn't work out. You can find amazing stuff online. So like, I highly recommend looking at secondhand options, or like us just like really not using a bassinet and sleep, you know, putting your baby in the bed with you. I have found, especially with nursing, co-sleeping has been like a game changer for us. It has helped with those nightly feeds. So there's so many different options out there, but this can save you hundreds of dollars. So while I'm talking about baby furniture, another thing that can save you like thousands of dollars is just like not investing in baby furniture. I feel like when people people get pregnant, and especially with like their first child, they're like told they need so many different things for like the baby room, but like all of those products are for such a short period. Like what you really should be investing in is like the furniture for like when your kid's like a toddler and a little bit older, because they can use those items for so much longer. But like for that new baby, you really don't need like specific furniture for it. You will eventually need a crib. That is an item I do think you need. But like things like a specific like rocking chair, or a dresser that is for a changing table, like all these things you really just don't need. I mean, I like didn't even have like a changing table for my first child. Like, you know, after like once it grows like a bit and it gets like a little bit chubby and like there's more to your baby, you just like change your child like anywhere around the house. There's like, it's all about convenience. And I've just found like you really just don't need a changing table. Your baby outgrows it so quickly. And I find like the best place to change your child is like on the floor. Maybe that's just me, but I just like really never needed a changing table. Also like they scare me. Like I feel like my baby would like fall off, like roll very quickly off that changing table. But yeah, I think, you know, really limiting the amount of baby furniture you buy is another great way to save money. You really just don't need it. Yeah, you just don't need it. So the next thing is, and this might be, like I feel like I'm kind of cheating here by saying this, but I really don't think you need a stroller. I know, I feel like everyone obsesses when they have a baby, like about getting their stroller, and I did the same thing. I'm like not exempt to that at all. Like when I had my first son, I was like so excited about getting a stroller, you know, never used a stroller before, didn't have family with like children yet, so like I was really the first one who had a stroller. So I went out there and I bought a very expensive stroller, and you don't need it. Like, I wish we had just purchased the Duna, which is a car seating stroller in one, and that's it. Like, there's just, you know, you'll go on strolls with your child, but like, you don't need to spend thousands of dollars on a stroller to like make that happen. And your child will very quickly, you know, grow out of their stroller, especially like, you know, the bassinet portion, and you can easily buy like a stroller that's for an older child, so it doesn't need that like newborn component, if that makes sense. I just don't think it's a necessity. I think you can save so much money by not buying an expensive stroller. There's so many strollers out there that are like $100 that, you know, do the same thing. Yeah, I don't need it. So something I do with my second child that like has been really great for us, and a great way for us to just save money, is by limiting the quantity of products we own. So like, we legitimately only have 2 pacifiers in the house. We didn't go out and buy like, you know, tons of them, so there's one in each bag or one in each car or in every room. Like, I feel like people can really overdo it with like how much they buy of each product, and I just would recommend 1 if you can. Like, most pacifiers you buy like in sets, you'll get 2 of them, but like we for the most part just have 1. Like, we have 1 baby bottle that we don't even use, but like, you just don't need to buy a lot of products. And I think there's like this fear of, you know, especially when you're a new mom, of like not having enough stuff for your baby, but like, you just don't need to buy a lot. And I think that is like the easiest way to save money, and, you know, having this sort of like minimalist lifestyle as well. It's just don't lose track of things when you only have one of them. And the same thing, like that applies for like children. So I would highly recommend when you're, you know, creating your registry, just to keep things as simple as possible and to limit the number of items. You're gonna save so much money, little things add up, and you're tired as a new parent too. So like, you know, you'll know where like your one pacifier is, you'll know where your one bottle is, because you don't have like, you know, some in the dishwasher, some in the sink, some in like the car that you forgot about. Like you'll just have your one product. It also helps with cleanup too, like so much better than having 100 different things to like keep track of and clean and wash, and I can go on. But yeah, that should really help you to save money and time. Finally, the last thing on my list is baby clothes. Now, you do not need an extensive wardrobe for your baby. You really don't. They change their size so quickly, like they grow very quickly. Like my baby's about to be 4 months and he's already wearing 9 to 12 month clothing. That came as a shock because my first child was like, when he was 3 months old, he was wearing 3 to 6. Like he was very much like in the range. So buying like wardrobes for your child, while it's really fun to dress with your child, just doesn't make sense to me. I highly recommend asking your friends and your family for like hand-me-downs, probably because like your new baby is just gonna like vomit on your clothing. Like it's gonna vomit on you, it's gonna vomit on their clothing. It is just a complete like mess. And I think you should definitely go out there and buy a few cute outfits, especially when they're very little, but like you do not need an entire wardrobe. You know, each outfit can be anywhere between like $10 to $40, even more than that, and like having 10 of those in your closet, it's just a lot. I think it is such an easy way to save money. Ask your friends and family, because like, you know, they really don't wear these clothes for very long, and I bet you could find out there some really great hand-me-downs that were barely used. Well, that is everything. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you found it helpful. I am a mom to 2 boys, and I am a minimalist. I live a very simple life. I'm on the water, and I've just found that like with everything with parenting, less is more. And if there's a way to save money on having children, I will do it. You know, children grow so quickly that investing any sort of money on just like such a short period of their life doesn't make sense. So if there's a way of saving, that to me is like the smartest thing you can do. So I hope you found these 10 little tips helpful. They've helped us save thousands of dollars, and just like, you just don't need it. Like life can be easy. And invest your money where you really want to. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching my video. And if you like this video, please hit the like button. If you have any comments, please comment below, subscribe. I am very new to YouTube, so I'm getting, you know, used to everything. YouTube kind of scares me, but we will see how it goes. And thank you. I hope you have a great day.